Hello everyone. You'll hear me alright. Perfect. Nice. So, what we got tonight, we've got 60 minutes at the infamous Brazilian track in Sao Paulo, Interlagos. We've got 11 drivers starting tonight in Lobby 2, being commentated by the superior Black Flag E-Racing commentator, Kruentis 01. We've got about 60 seconds to go until the start of qualifying. I would have liked to start the stream a bit earlier, but we had a little bit of technical issues with getting everything sorted, but everything's sorted, and we're ready to see some cars go through. So we've got 11 drivers tonight. Let me just count the number of groups. We've got Group 3 and Group 1 cars. It's a this series is you've got sort of like Le Mans style. You've got multi-class qualifying is beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Group 1s, 6 Group 3s, so they're pretty much equally split. Between Group 1 and Group 3. Alright, let me get everything sorted for the 15-minute qualifier. Hopefully this stream doesn't crash like Lobby 1 did. Andy just had quite a bit amount of technical difficulties getting everything started. So we'll let all the drivers come out of the pits for qualifying. We're on board with Wheelie 69 at the moment, although there is Arcanite Prime is out at the moment. I have no clue why the leaderboard isn't shifting about. Could be something due to like car classes or whatever, but I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. Yeah, I was watching that. The first 15 minutes were incredible. I was getting all my overlays sorted for this race though, so that's why I wasn't able to jump on and commentate the rest of Lobby 1. I'd have loved to. Just didn't have everything sorted out. This is round 3 of the SIMSA Endurance Championship. I set all of my overlays up, bar the season calendar, like an absolute numpty. So, we've got 2 Group 1s here, Wheelie 69 and Justin, still sat in the pits. Let's go on board with one of the Group 1s. Oh wait, because it's a large lobby, qualifying, you got the Group 3s at first, and then it will be the Group 1s that go out. They've split it 50-50, 7.5 minutes for the Group 3s, 7.5 minutes for the Group 1s. They don't get in each other's way. It's just the only knowledge of this series that I've got so far is watching the Lobby 1 stream, which was a very small lobby. Not a lot of drivers turned up. We've got a bit better turnout here. 11 out of a possible 15. Very nice to have such a full lobby, because it just guarantees that there'll be at least 1 or 2 drivers relatively close, scrapping it out. Use the mini-map to have a look at where drivers are close. So we should see some absolute wicked racing tonight. So let's go on board with the driver about to start their lap. Well, we'll go on board with, who's that from here? Arcanite Prime. He's going to have to serve that half-second penalty. So probably be better, yeah, no penalty. We'll go on board with Classy Motorsport, the Dane. Now, I've watched a couple of these drive. The only name that I really recognise is Wheelie 69 from ZFS Lobby 2. Absolutely wicked little series that we broadcast here on Black Flag Racing TV. If you want to have a butcher's, the second one of the seasons, don't know what it is, but the new season is starting on Monday. So as we come down to 50 board, slam the brakes down into turn 1, into the centre S's, keep the car controlled, bang it out on the power, flat out round here onto the, it's not really a back straight, but it's not a start finish, I'm calling it a back straight. Going into the left-hander, braking around between the 150 board, bring it down to second for the rotation. bang it out on the throttle, keep it close to this curb as possible as we go on to this nice little infield. It's a bit like a kart track with how fast and swoopy these corners are. Long right-hander as you go into the right-hand hairpin, down to first for the maximum rotation. You've got the little like Daytona infield bit. Very hard, very technical, got to be bang on it. Go flat down into another right-hand hairpin as we go onto the back, onto the start, finish straight. Last corner here, last major braking zone. Drop it down to second for the rotation. Bang it out on the throttlers early as possible to get the best possible run to the line. What sort of time is this going to be for Classic Motorsport? That did look like a rather quick lap, 1:31.4. Absolutely incredible around here. It's not as fast as his last one, a 32.0, but it still put him on provisional pole position for the Group 3s. Surely he's not going to be on pole with the Group 1s in the lobby. They'll be slightly quicker than that. Just a smidge. They're slightly more powerful. Not a major difference between the Group 1s and the Group 3s. Could easily out-qualify a bloody Mazda 737B, or, well, that's the only Group 1 car that I know. Ooh, DSR. It's friendly rivalry in the chat. This was meant to be my third appearance. I was meant to be doing all the Lobby 2s, but round 1, I was having some technical issues, so I couldn't do the stream. And last week, I was just having some... put it simply, I wasn't in just the best mental state, and if I streamed, I wouldn't be able to be as over the top and obnoxious twat. Like, oof! Big moment for D Riders there, managing to save it in that Lexus. I just wouldn't have been myself if I streamed last week, which is why I opted out of it, and Andy the Legend covered for me. But I'm here, and I'm back for good. As we all know, the GOAT of Black Flag e-racing. Hey commentator, more audio on the cars, please. Alright, I'm still new to this, so I'll just bump that up from 0.6 to... we'll go 0.75. Alright, how's that? Tell me if that's too loud. Okay, so, we're coming up to... oh! Big spin for, how on earth am I supposed to pronounce that? Hats. I'm calling him Hats. That's the only, like, logical thing I can come up with. So, we are coming up to the halfway point of this qualifying session, so I believe this is going to be, an in-lap for all of the Group 3s as we wait for the big boys, the Group 1s, to come out for a spin. It's gone perfect, mate. Yeah, with the round 1 technical issues that I had to... basically what was happening was my capture card just decided it didn't want to transmit anything to my laptop, so I had to just, like, reset everything. So I've just, Haslet, alright. Good enough. He's getting called Hat. Alright, okay. 7.5 minutes has passed, and Classic Motorsport has banged out a 1:31.3, but 3 tenths between him and another bloke that I can't pronounce. Koala. That's clearly what his name is. Alright, yeah, so there are Group 3s coming into the pits. Are there any Group 1s coming out, though? Well, there's some bloke coming out of the pits, can't... yes. That sounds like Group 1. That is a Group 1. Right, which button is it? Yes, there it is. That is the man, the myth, the legend, Wheelie69. Now, Wheelie is an incredibly quick driver. He's the only one in this lobby that I have seen race. As the Italian there, Paolo, going for a spin, and he's picked up a 3-second penalty for that, as he would have gone 4-second now. Not having the best start to qualify. Just murder. Oh, and that's Mexico. That is not an Italian flag. There is a little thing. Oof. Oh, wonderful livery on that Porsche there. So, who do we have out in Group 1s? We've got D. Robert 05 in what looks like a Porsche. RRT Justin in another Porsche, it looks like. Maligator in that looks like another Porsche. Paolo, Pato, Fritas. Looks like they're all Porsches, which I can't blame them. This is an absolutely wicked car. Let's go on board with the man, the myth, the legend, Wheelie 69 in this Group 1 machinery. So slamming on the brakes at the 50 board, getting the best turn in that you can here. Got to keep it as straight as possible. Get the best run onto this back straight. It's going to benefit from a little bit of slipstream there from Pato, who should be letting him pass, I reckon, because, yeah, whoa! Yeah, very dodgy in the braking zone there. Oh, I've just pressed 1 by accident. Right, where is he? Who's 11? Go back on. So, just getting a bit elbows out for qualifying. And yeah, we see already put 10 seconds between that. Just how rapid these LMP1 hybrid cars are. Maligators came out with a 1:21.085 as Justin just goes off in the center S's. Qualifying isn't as clean as it should be at the moment. People are getting their elbows out. Probably a bit too much for qualifying. Let's save that for the race, lads. Yeah, 1:21.085. So, lobby 1, if I remember, they were doing like 120s, 119s, somewhat like that. So the pace difference between the lobbies isn't as much as you think it would be. Who's that going on to the back once the start finish? That'd be a nice. Right, I can't find that driver for the life of me, so we'll go on with D. Roberts 05 because he's about to start a lap. Right, attempt 2 on board lap with the LMP1s. Just looking at how rapid these are in the straight line. On this back straight, we had to hit about like 175, 180 odd. Yeah, 174 that hit before slamming onto the brakes into the center S's. Keep it as controlled as possible. Maybe that back end sort of just wanting to slip out on you. These LMP1s, they're incredibly hard to drive, but they're also incredibly quick and incredibly rewarding. 50 board, drop it down to 3rd for the rotation, bang it out. Keep as narrow lines. So the lines aren't as different as they are for the Group 3s. It's just the braking zones and how quick they're going. You see 2nd there, like 60 mile an hour hairpin, no problem for these beasts. Get onto this right-hander. Quite a slow corner. Maybe not extracting as much time as he would have wanted. Wheelie 69 to put it on provisional pole, but D. Robert is 5/10 up. So he is looking to overtake Maligator as he goes on to the final start-finish straight. What lap time is this going to be? Is he going to keep it narrow? Shortest run to the line. No, he's not. He's going to set himself up for a nice next lap. But he has moved up into 2nd position with a 1:21.055. Very nice, if I do say so myself. Wheelie 69 is your provisional pole sitter with that 1:26.24. Are we going to see 1:19s in lobby 2? So yeah, there are. I saw GR1 is only Porsche. It's the best Group 1. Fair enough, mate. There's quite a couple Group 3s, but I don't do a lot of Group 1. Because whenever I try to drive something quick, I end up needing about fucking traction control on 7. Otherwise, I just end up in the barrier. Well, I'm always in the barrier regardless. Just these quick cars, it's a no from me. I just can't drive them. Oh, we've got 1 minute to go until the checkered flag falls. So this is going to be your provisional pole sitter, Wheelie 69's last lap. There's only 22 milliseconds between him and Maligator, who has improved on his last lap. Is he going to be able to challenge Wheelie for provisional pole, keeping it as narrow as possible? No, it's not. Third is going to be best for Maligator. Actually, no, he's going to get another lap in. Forget what I just said. I'm blind. Alright. But D Roberts 05 has put 4 tenths between himself and Wheelie 69. 120.170. How's Wheelie 69 looking on this lap? As he's going into the tricky little infield bit. Well, no, he's coming out of it, going onto the start-finish straight. The checkered flag has fallen now. This is all of these drivers' last laps. Wheelie 69 is practically level on with his best lap. Is he going to be able to find 4 tenths in the last corner section bit? I don't think it is. I think second is going to be best for Wheelie 69. As, yeah, that is his best lap. Done. As Maligator looking. He's up by 4 tenths. Probably looking like he's going to overtake Wheelie 69. Is he going to be able to put it on pole? He's going to send it down the back straight. Start finish straight. Keep it as narrow as possible. Shortest run to that line. And he's put it in second position with a 1:23.51. But that's not good enough to match D Robert 05's 120.170. That is your pole sitter for tonight. Wheelie 69, Justin, and then Pete Pato lined out the Group 1s. And then your Group 3s are Classy Motorsport, Koala, D-Riders 88, Fast Portuguese, Hat, and Arcanite. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for the 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it bloody is, because these lads are sat in the pit, so they're technically still saying running. So if that is much action and thrill, that's just qualifying that's brought us this. Who knows the amount of that's what we're looking for. That is a preview of the 1 hours of racing that is coming up soon. I'm gonna have a sip of my brew. It's probably gone cold by now. Actually, no, my brew is just perfect drinking temperature. Absolutely fine. I've noticed that SANS is one of the sponsors of this series, which is a charity that helps people going through miscarriages and stillbirths. And I don't know if I'll be able to, but one of my close friends, Reese, he is in May, or I think it's May, might be June. He's doing a sponsored hike for them. He's hiking Mount Snowdon in Wales. Oh, that's crap. He's hiking Mount Snowdon and is raising money for SANS. So I'll see if I can get the donation link put in stream what's it called? Description, so anyone that wants to donate can. So, we've got a mandated tyre change for tonight. You can use the mediums and the softs. So that brings in an element of strategy. Do the drivers want to start on the softer compound and bang it out, see if they can build a gap out in front? Or do they want to start on mediums and play it safe, play it fuel? I'm going to finish this brew, by the way. as we've got seems like a little break as Maligator's going for a piss. Quick break before the race. You grab the qualifying results up so we can get other little butchers. So I need like a section where I can just get a capture card. I need to create like a separate scene for that, but that's gonna be sorted for my next stream. So the starting grid for today's race, we have got D Roberts 05 on pole, followed by Maligator in second position, followed by Wavy 69 and RRT Justin on the second row. The third row is your bottom group 1, Pato COR 01, and your leading group 3, Classy Motorsport. The fourth row consists of GIA Kayla and D Ridders 88. And then the fifth row is Fast Portuguese and Hasselpet. And the sixth row in last position is Arcanite Prime, but he's literally just done Lobby 1. So that's a lot of racing that he's doing here. 2 hours of Interlagos. Woof. "60 seconds, 1 minute to go until the start of the race." Can I remember all the key lines to do replays? Anyone that's watched my streams knows how perfect I am. I always get the replays right every chance that I do. I've never been known to mess one up. Just press the wrong bloody key. I always end up like pressing the like. You got Z to set the marker, and X, C, and V to go back in like multiples of 10 seconds or whatever it is. But whenever I go back, it goes back to like exactly after where I want it to be. So I managed to perfectly fuck it up. And the race is starting at the moment. Anyone left in chat, if you want to, drop down your podium position predictions for both classes. Nice little prediction game going off. Alright, I can remember to sort this out. Settings, get everything up. That is not a good... Oh wait, it's going to be a rolling start. That will explain... Yes, there we go. We are off. Oh, not quite. 3, 2, 1. It is lights out and away we go for the 1 hour of Interlagos. Going through turn 1. All the group 1s are clean. And so are all the group 3s. Let's have a look up front. D Roberts 05 still leads. Maligator close behind. Wady 69, Pato, and Classy Motorsport. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get some better angles. My watch can shut the fuck up. Look at fast little. Was that Justin looking up inside Maligator there for a second? As Pato has a 0.5 second penalty for track limits. As massive moment for Pato, manages to save it, but not without some brown stuff in the cockpit. No changes in the group 1s. Let's have a look at the group 3s. D Ridders with a massive little moment there. All of them managing to have some incredible car control, if I do say so. A nice little battle for... well, this is all the... Classy Motorsport kicking up a bit of grass there. All the Group 3s are relatively close. You've got Classy and Kayla here quite close. And then these back 4 are neck and neck as Arcanite goes for a move on D Ridders into the centre S's. Is he past going into turn 1? Yes, he is. How is Ridder's going to react to this? He's going to send it down the inside of Arcanite. The neck and neck, wheel to wheel, going through the center S's. Ridder's goes off a little bit, manages to keep it together. There's a little bit of contact between Ridder's and Fast Portuguese there. Absolute incredible driving from all of these as Ridder's looks up the inside of, I forgot which turn number we're at the moment. Look at this. Ridder's and Arcanite wheel to wheel for the entire lap. This is what Group 3 touring car racing gets you. I know there's some LMP1s in front that we could look at, but I am not taking my eyes off this anytime soon. All 3 of these drivers separated by about 3/10. This just got a massive pack of 4 of the B doesn't do anything at speed. Let's see where this replay has taken us back. So it's into turn 1. Ridder's and Arcanite wheel to wheel through turn 1. I don't know where it's going to end. Yeah. A little bit of contact there between Portuguese, all 3 of these drivers. So yeah, that'll be where it ends. Yeah. Let's have a look up front at the Group 1s. So, Roberts 05 on the soft tyres, just deciding to go for a Verstappen at the moment. See, build out the bit of a gap they can up front. As we see, all the LMP1s quite spread out. Got Maligator and what happened to Woolley? Oh, Woolley's got damage. So I'll see if I can see anything on the replay. No, he's already got damage there. Oh, that's a shame. So yeah, nothing of interest per se. No battles like that. Let's have a look at these Group 3s then. These 4 have not changed one bit. They're still wheel to wheel, neck and neck as they were earlier. The first 5 minutes of this race has passed. We've got 55 left to go. So this is not going away anytime soon. Stop sipping water. Arcanite Prime there with that Hasek penalty, which he has served, but that's going to allow Hasek to make a move there. Very clean, very nice. He's ahead of Arcanite as, wait, no, wrong one. That's Fast Portuguese and D Ridders going wheel to wheel through the center S's. As Ridders with, massive slide there, loses about 4-5 off Portuguese from that. Let's have a butchers out of that, because why not? Yeah, just a little bit too early on the throttle, catches a bit too much of that curve and loses the back end. So easy to do, but not so easy to save it like that. Incredible car control from these Group 3 drivers. 2 up at front, just starting to build a gap. These 4 not so quite. I mean, you wouldn't really think that you're looking at 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th, the bottom 4 of the race are going this well, this wheel to wheel. Where is Roberts? So Roberts is I'm predicting around lap 6, lap 7 we're gonna see the first lot of the, what's it called? The LMP1's coming round to lap these GT3 cars. Riddis is having a drifting session, absolutely mate, but he's doing a fantastic job about it. Yeah, as you see there, that who was that there? Yeah, Arcanite Prime there with TCS of 3. Unsure if that is unsure if he's meant to do that. Because yeah, that traction control might be impeding him quite a bit. He might not be aware, because there is still a bug in the game. If you start a race, there's a chance it'll put your TC on 3 for no fucking reason if you build it. But that's not going to stop Arcanite Prime going around the outside of Ridders there. Is he able to defend it going into the hairpin? Yes, he is. Absolutely phenomenal driving from the American. So much that on the replay. Look at me, getting the replays off fine, perfect. Just carries a little bit more speed than Ridders. Round the outside, absolutely wicked driving. And he's found himself up into 9th position. Well, 4th for GT3 class, because there are 5 LMP1s. Let's have a look at the LMP1s out front. Roberts commanding this race with a 8.5 second gap to Maligator. There's a 1.9 second gap to Justin Gant. With a 3-second gap to Plateau, and then after that incident, 35 seconds behind is Woolley. He's gone into the pits to repair that damage. I think that's what that was. Yeah, he's definitely gone into the pits to repair that damage. And your GT3's Classy Motorsport up in front, followed by Kayla, Koala, either the bloody hell you pronounce that, Portuguese, Arcanite, and then it's these back 3. All the drivers seem to be just spreading out as the race carries on. They're still relatively close, but nowhere near that first lap, as the first set of blue flags are coming, as Roberts goes flying past. I'll just have a look as he manages to get past these Group 3s. So they don't really want to hinder their race, but they do need to let him pass. But you can see the 20-mile-an-hour speed difference between these Group 1 and Group 3 cars. It doesn't sound like a lot, but in races you see they just go flying past like you're just a sitting duck. There is Classy Motorsport, I believe that is. Robert's backing off a little bit. Now it's 4 Portuguese. Just so he doesn't go flying into the back of him in the Senna S's. He's going to get past him though on the straight. Hey, see, I wouldn't do that. Because I'm... It's the reason why I'm commentating this and I'm not racing. It's because if that was me, I'd just see that Group 3 out the back, in the distance on the straight. Yeah, all of these Group 1s are coming to lap the Group 3s at the moment. We'll just watch Justin in a moment as I rant on about this. Yeah, that you can see these drivers, they're actually smart. They've got brain cells. If it was me, I'd just see the Group 3 in the distance, and it'd be like, oof. You know when you're like walking the dog or something, and you see like a bus coming down the road, and you see a tree in the distance, you like have got to make it to that tree before the bus. Otherwise, I am literally going to perish. As we got the battle for last place here with Justin, coming in to lap them all. As oof, it's getting very hectic here. That's allowed Pato to go through. As these Group 3s have held up just in a bit. You see, I just like want to catch that Group 3, and I wouldn't think about like where it's going, so I'll probably end up like twatting one of them off. Which is why I'm commentating instead of actually driving these beasts. Alright. Who are you close drivers? Blue flag. Right, yeah, them dudes coming to the lap has just seemed to spread the pack up a little bit, but that did allow Pato to get past Justin, and they're lapping roughly the same. Justin just a bit quicker. So we're going to go on board with Justin. Why not? Because I'm sure that is Pato in the distance. So I'm predicting Justin's going to catch Pato up because he's slightly quicker. Not by much, but it could give us a nice little battle as they make their way past the Group 3s. As Pato has a moment there. Gonna have a look at that on instant replay. As he's getting past the Group 3s. He's smart about a bit too early on the throttle with those LMP1 cars, and the back end just goes absolutely flying. So easy to do with like 900 or whatever bloody horsepower they are. But that has allowed Justin, I don't think, to get past. Our first lot of pit stops. Go Koala, go Kayla, whatever the bloody hell you say that. This bloke's in the pits. On the medium tyres, but fuel. Yeah, the fuel for the Group 3s has everyone else doing. So, Hasselt's got quite a bit left. So has Ridder's. Arcanite's used quite a lot. So has Portuguese. Classy Motorsport, not as much. So, depending on like what cars they're in, yeah, full set of fuel. Not full set, full tank of fuel. Is a new set of them soft compound tyres for I'm gonna go. I've got to stick to one, as that is the white line. You don't want to do that. That is how you get a 3-second penalty. What would we say? Koala, Kayla. I think it's meant to be Kayla. I'll go with Kayla because it's easier to go with. Well, the LMP1's doing for fuel, so Justin Gam has a little bit of damage to his front bumper. Nothing major, but that's going to cost him about like 5-ish, I'd say. 5-6 mile an hour in the straights, which doesn't sound like much, but we're talking about racing, so that does mean a lot. As the rest of the Group 3s are coming in, except for Ridder's. Ridder's is staying out. Staying out in that Lexus. On the medium tyres, yeah, the medium's about 50% dead. You can see with how he's been sliding around the sliding all over the shop for quite a bit. Ridder's has, but he seems to be sliding a bit more. Seems to be struggling with tyres. I reckon not next lap after that, Ridder's will come in. Hasselt has also stayed out, as Motorsport, Portuguese and Arcanite come out of pits. Portuguese and Motorsport still neck and neck. As we see LMP1s come into the pit in the form of Maligator. He has driven Porsche to it pretty much its limit on fuel. Could have maybe done another lap, as the rest are. So yeah, Roberts here is commanding this race with this. Not only is he going incredibly quick, he's doing it consistently as well, which is terrifying. That is how you get in the front and stay in the front. He's setting qualifying pace pretty much every single lap. Absolutely incredible. That is with getting caught up between these Group 3s. He is showing everyone how you drive that LMP1 tonight. Absolutely sensational performance from Brit. So let's have a look at these Group 3s, because battle for last place here. Kayla versus Arcanite. I'm going to go on board with Kayla here as they are wheel to wheel on the back straight. Arcanite ahead going into turn 1. Kayla's going to have a look up inside. He's going to slot behind that Corvette. Don't think they were close enough to make the move. Very clean, very safe And go onto the passenger cam. Oh, crap, I fucked it up. Don't do, yeah, passenger cam. Objective best camera angle in all of Gran Turismo. Just the undisputed GOAT. As we're on board with Kayla scrapping with Arcanite looking up inside. Kayla doesn't seem to be committing. They have a look. Cheeky does. Arcanite goes a little bit wide there. Go onto the TV camera. But off, Ritter's there with another little slide. Manages to say that again, the GOAT. As is he still on that old set of mediums? Ritter's. No, he's gone into the pits and he's gone onto the soft tyres, but he's still drifting that Lexus around as one of the ones up front there, just kicking up a bit of grass. So that's what happens when you go in wheel to wheel with these drivers. So Kayla just seeming to sit back here. Don't want to. 'Cause if you fight, that's where you're gonna. That's where your tires are gonna have the most degradation because you're braking a lot later than you would be. But they just seem to be. They're very close to Arcanite. Incredibly close. So perhaps thinking about a move, perhaps not. There's moves that I would have gone for here, but I'm a very, if you leave a gap, I'm sending it. I don't care if it's bad for strategy. If there's a gap there, and I can't tune out that inner racing driver, like send it. But Kayla is seeming to work with Arcanite here to catch up Portuguese, who is, how far is that? 8 seconds up the road, Portuguese. So this is for P8 and P9 on track. That is essentially P3 and P4 in the GT3 Championship, as Kayla's seen a gap wheel to wheel with Arcanite, believes they are quicker. It's going to look to get ahead into the Senna S's, cross the finish line at the exact same time, lay on the brakes, drop it down to get the rotation off. Have they kept it in front? Little slide. Is that going to allow Arcanite to capitalise off it? Doesn't seem so. Being patient, but all this fighting has allowed Ridders to come in, and now you got a proper three-way battle for the final podium position in the group threes. Is Ridders sends it on Arcanite, almost going into the back of Kayla there. Arcanite goes through, Ridders back down into 10th position. As Hasselhead 15 seconds behind. As this is a group 1. Is that? Yes, that is the leader. As oh my god, Ritter's getting feisty out there. Nice car. Honestly, yeah, some of these cars are absolutely wicked, but there goes the race leader. So this could end up slowing these drivers down. So it depends. How are these? So some of these could capitalise on this LMP1 coming through, but that just seems to have opened the gap between Arcanite and Kayla, as Ridders with the better launch out of the final corner, wheel to wheel on the start-finish straight with Arcanite once again. He's going to be ahead going into the Senna S's, but Maligator's here coming to lap them. They've got to give way to Maligator. As Ridders goes down the inside, isn't quite able to make it stick, goes off. Both of them go off. Ridders ahead after all that. Let's have a look at that on the instant replay. Bloody hell. Alright, so, I'll go on with Arcanite here. So Arcanite later on the brakes goes for the move round outside, isn't quite able to make it stick, and Ridders manages to get across. That is what we want to see, yes, that is great stuff. All of these drivers, there's not a single one out on track that I've noticed that isn't pushing their respective car to its absolute limit. And that is what I want to see. There's still 38 minutes left of this race. Honestly, I never usually get like this with races. We're 22 minutes in, and I've not had a moment where I've just gone on a massive... Well, I've gone on a couple side tangents. There's not really been a moment where I've had to stop and think of something to talk about, because the racing's just been that good. I've been on the edge of my seat watching this. That's what I want to see in a league. I'm well annoyed at how this is the first round that I'm actually commentating instead of it's good that the police don't chase you, yeah. Oof, that gap out in front was about 8 seconds last time I checked on. Is now only 3 seconds. Are any of the LMP ones quite close? Yes, we've got Justin and Pato incredibly close now. So, we've been watching... Oh! Massive send from Justin. Little bit of contact. He is ahead. I'm going to have to look at that. Because it was... How bloody far back was he going for that move? Yeah, that's like a 4/10 gap. He just sends it on Pato. Little bit of contact. So he pushes him wide a little bit, but they both go off. Proper elbows out there. As Pato goes for the Pato just seeming to... The car seems to be sliding around a lot for Pato, I've noticed. Spins Justin out. He is going to redress that position. Just getting a bit too ballsy. Both of these are. But it's entertaining, and that's all that matters. Scud repeats a full dive. Not cool. Should give position back. Yeah. Police and Need for Speed upgrade. Absolutely, mate. As Really 69 coming into the pits, they're a bit more fuel and a fresh set of soft tyres. Yeah, that was a bit too ballsy, but at the end of the day, it is racing. So, current grid order as it stands. Roberts here, he's looking like he's on for another qualifying lap, pretty much. On for a 20.1, it's looking like. Just absolutely commanding this lead. Although that last corner, yeah, 20.135. Alligator in second, pretty much matching that pace, 20.2. Both of these drivers on the soft compound tyres, giving it their all, trying to chase each other for the win. And then 35 seconds back is Justin and Pato here, just getting a little bit too ballsy with each other. They just I don't think Justin should have gone. That was a full-blown dive bomb, but he saw the gap and he sent it. And like, at the end of the day, it's racing. He should have given the position back, I reckon, but Pato also got in a little altercation with him, so that kind of negates it. And then Woolley is only 2 seconds behind after coming out of the pits. So we could see a battle for P3, as Woolley is purple at the moment. Oh god, I'm bored with him. Absolutely flying this lap. As you can see, he's caught up tremendously with these lot, but they are lapped cars that might slow him down, which is going to be well frustrating with how brilliant that Sector 1 time was. So, getting past Slidey McSlidey Face, also known as Ridders, gets past all GT3s, and that has slowed him down ever so slightly. It's just a tad annoying, but you've seen the race isn't even halfway done yet. That's the thing. Like, it's been so much action. It's felt like it's been an hour race already, but it's not. We've still got over half. Still got this again, pretty much. It's well annoying that Lobby 1 wasn't able to get coverage because of technical issues. But what I'll make sure for next week, I've got all my overlays sorted. So just in case that happens again, I will be able to off Pato in the distance with a little slide as we see him go past fast Portuguese there. And Pato with that half-second penalty. The penalty zone at Interlagos, because it's on at the start of an absolutely gigantic straight, the penalty is incredibly harsh here. And that's what I don't like, as it doesn't even need the penalty kick to get off. Honestly, I thought Woody was going to get past Pato there. But perhaps last corner, or he's going to play it safe because he knows he's getting past with it. Because a hot off, Pato goes off anyway. Yeah, because of how long this straight is, that half-second penalty is more like 1.5 seconds with how much it slows you down on this straight. Which is why I've got a love-hate relationship with how penalties are dealt with in this game, because on one end it's good because you don't have to think about it. It will just slow you down automatically, serve the penalty. But on the other hand, if you think about like the system that GT Sport had and the system that's used in single player, which is where it comes up and you just slow down wherever you want, and that was pretty good for if you shit like I am. With how slow I'm going around the track, I basically just don't get a penalty because I'm trying to push. They'll tick it down because of how bloody slow I'm going. So you don't have to worry about it. But with this one, where the penalty zone is, it can have a massive difference depending on what track you're on. Because one that's really bad is Fuji, and that's a penalty zone that is just brutal. Interlagos is quite brutal. I'm trying to think of one that's actually alright. Penalty zone that's like... Well, they're all pretty shit. Like, Brands is alright. Yeah, Brands is one that you lose pretty much the same time that's on your penalty. Like, Daytona's one that's quite bad. It's got some drivers coming into the pits. Classic Motorsport is one of the last Group 3s to come into the pits. His Ridders coming in on this lap. Looking at those front soft tyres, they are dead. Yes, Ridders think that there's more life in them tyres. I would have probably gone in there, as we see Classic Motorsport taking a new fresh pair of softs, filling up, very nice. Hassel comes in. Portuguese has already stopped, so what's the gap going to look like between the leading Group 3s as Classic Motorsport should be coming out any minute now, as he is. Yeah. Portuguese going through the centre S's. How has that undercut worked? It's about a 12, yeah, the gap's pretty much the same that it was. Undercut's probably worked, it was only one lap undercut, so it's not really going to be as powerful as it usually would, but 6-second gap between the front two, 6 seconds back, 10 seconds back, and Hassel coming out of the pits. So the group 3s spread out a lot more than they were before. Roberts has brought that gap up back to 6.6, 6.5. Look at that. Look at the pace he's saying. Surely, yeah, 120.0. That's faster than he was going in qualifying. Maligator dives into the pits with 1% fuel. That is how you can tell he has pushed that LMP1 to its absolute limit on that stint. He has stayed out for as long as he physically could. And look, dead tyres, no fuel, 120.3. He's not dropped any time whatsoever on those tyres. And that's what's always astonished me about watching the top drivers perform. Because it's why I got into commentary in the first place. Because I love this game. I've loved racing since I was tiny, but I've always never been able to compete at the top. I like commentary because it just allows me to experience the race up front, which I'd never be able to do if it was me driving, because I'm way too slow for that. So Roberts still has to pit. Alligator going for the undercut on Roberts. Roberts still got a lot of tyre, a lot of fuel. He's probably going to stay out for a good 2-ish laps more. Yeah. This might be his in lap, or it might be the next one. Don't think it'd stay out any further than that. Just Woolley's caught up to Justin. These two are definitely the closest cars on the field. So we'll have a butcher's at them. How has this got a passenger seat? I don't think I'd be able to fit in the cockpit if it was just me. How on earth is there a passenger seat? These LMP1s, they're tiny. Off, Justin going off. There, that slowed him down. Is Woolley going to be able to capitalise on that? Justin managing to just take up the entire of the back straight as he dives into the pits to make his stop. That promotes Woolley 69 to 3rd position. I don't know if that would class as weaving, that Justin did, or if that's just defensive driving. I have no clue. There's I've seen Motorsport here in this very nice Porsche 911. The RSR. It's another team I've never heard of. But the livery looks good, which means I'm a fan. So, yeah, we've got to the point, the latter stages of the race, where all the drivers are just spread out a bit. And, yeah, race leader coming in for his pit stop. So this gap before this set of stops was, give or take, 6 seconds-ish. So, what's it going to look like after the stop? Has the undercut worked for Maligator, or has the overcut been more effective? Maligator there, just trying to take the shortest possible line. Slander. How bloody late these LMP1s are able to brake for the Senna S's absolutely just amazes me. So, the gap at the moment between the leading cars is roughly the same that it was before Maligator went into the pits. So, undercut, overcut, when it's like 1 or 2 laps we're talking about, doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, these definitely stopping a lot more than I thought they would be. Which probably means that the tyre multiplier is higher. Yeah. Best Need for Speed game. Gotta be NFXP. By far, just the greatest racing game ever created on the PS2. Oh, Wiki. It's Most Wanted I'm talking about. The one that I played when I was a wee lad. 120.4. Are there any drivers close together in battles? Doesn't seem to be. Oh! Pato there just coming into contact with the Celts as it's coming to lap. That would be a bit too ambitious. Could just stay back, wait for herself to go past, and he's through, and he has lapped him, which is nice to see, but don't really want to be getting your elbows out like that when you're coming up to lap someone. So 22.5 minutes left to the checkered flag. All the drivers are just in their own world. We'll watch the race leader, because with the pace that he's been setting, he sort of got the Verstappen effect. Like he's in the lead, but it's just him in the lead. Maligator can't, when you're chasing. Cause Andy was on about this in the Lobby 1 stream. Well, before the Lobby 1 stream died. He was on about how it's a lot easier to chase a car down when you physically see them, because we've seen Maligator here, that 5.7 second gap, yeah, you can see Roberts in the distance, but you're just looking at a number when you're chasing them down, whereas, is there anyone closer than that? I've got like, yes, Ridder's here versus Kayla, whereas if you're chasing down here, where it's like a 2-second gap that you're trying to close, you can physically see yourself getting closer to that car in front, or having them pull away. So you can physically like make a mental note of where you're quicker, where they're quicker. It just makes it easier. Whereas if you're just looking at a number, you've got to take into consideration where you are on the track, where they are on the track, and it's harder to like pull down a large gap than it is a smaller gap. Ridders, as I'm saying that, is going a lot quicker than Kayla on this lap. He's pulled that gap. That gap's gone down about 0.6 so far since the start of this lap. So we'll stay on board with the Ridders for a moment, because this is these are definitely the closest to on track. There's yet that gap going down to roughly. Like classic me. I've said that the gap's coming down. He's reading them in, and as I say that, the gap just seems to not change in the slightest. Damo bloody Verstappen, absolutely. He's led every single lap this race so far. To my knowledge, someone might have led. Might be, but he's driving perfectly, but he's not getting the stream time because he's not battling anyone. That's what we want to see. We want to see car, like, look at that, 122.56, just in a world of his own at front, taking this race by storm. With 19 minutes left to go, so P901. As we've got a LMP1 coming up to lap these two, so that might slow both of them down. That is Pato, I believe. So is Ridder's getting murdered this time? No, they are through safely, but that's slowed down Ridder's as massive slide from Ridders there. Manages to save it. I don't think I've seen. So Ridders has had a lot of slides this race.
in playing Drifting Simulator, it seems. But I don't think I've seen him go flying into the barriers yet. Commentator's curse, absolutely.
Alright, actually, you know, let's watch River. Not saying that I want him to go flying into a wall, but it would make the race interesting.
Because he's just led everything. 18 minutes to go would make it interesting. There's Ridders. And yeah, both of them sliding about. There's been a lot of sliding this.
It's like I'm driving the local kart track, Team Sport Nottingham. It's an indoor one, but I swear to God, the workers, every time I go there, they must just go out and just like cover the entire track in olive oil. It's either a skill issue because I can't drive for the life of me, or it's just them making the track so you definitely learn car control. I've noticed, like, whenever I go karting and then I jump into a Gran Turismo lobby, for some reason I'm quicker because of how, if I do anything in the kart at a local track, I just go flying off, as Ridders is in front of Kayla, as they would have gone into the pits to pit. Yes, you would do that in the pits. If you want to pit, you should go into the pit. Don't know why I'm yapping like this. This is just what you get when you're dealing with the best. Alright, what tangent was I on? Because I've gone on a lot. What tangent was I on last time? Alright, Team Sport Nottingham. Incredibly slippy. They must just like paint the entire track in olive oil whenever I turn up. Because the only other possibility is that it's just skill issue and I can't drive a car. And we all know that is just not possible. Oh, there's two cars quite close there. Flick through. Oh, it's just someone going up to lap them. It's great. That's the thing, like, I'm trying to see battles. I see that this car's close, and then I forget that it's a multi-class race, so some of them it's just going to be them getting lapped. I want to see battles. I believe that should be the final stop for Salton Arcanine. So, they might be able to make these tyres and fuel last at the end of the race. I don't. What? How many stops are they on? Is this a 3-stop or a 4-stop? I can't count. You see, you would think doing 4 mathematical-based A-levels, I would be able to count to 4. Except it seems that I am incapable of doing this.
Tyre temps, mate. Oh yeah. Might be playing a role. There are any cars close together. Roberts has just lapped the first one of the group of ones in the form of Pato. The LMP ones are currently on lap 32, and the group 3s are on lap 29. So they're not getting lapped as much as I thought they would. They are definitely getting lapped because there's a slight power difference between the two categories. It depends. 3 to 4 stops. Depends if you fuel save. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I couldn't tell if they were on 3 or 4. This must be their 3rd or 4th stop, depending on what strategy they're on. Yeah, there goes Wheelie 69. So, at this point in the race, there is Wheelie 69 coming out of the pit, and there is Pato. So, they're on different strategies. Pato will definitely still have to pit, because that amount of fuel is not lasting to the end of the race. 3 stops. Cheers, mate.
But these are two LMP1s, very close, and we've seen from Pato he likes to go for moves. That was a bit too far back, a bit too close for comfort. As here comes Maligator coming to, is he going to lap? Where's Maligator? Maligator's there, these two are here. So there was a blue flag getting flashed up. I think, yeah, that's Maligator in the back there. I'll lap him eventually. Yeah, that's Maligator coming to lap him. I am right. So, Woody 69 versus Pato Core 01 for track position. Wooly is going to be ahead because he's not going to stop again, but that's not going to stop Pato going down the inside. Bloody hell, this is not doing good for my throat. I have not done commentary in like... I think the last one that I did was the last OMRL race. I've got, I think it's 4 streams I'm doing next week. My throat is not used to this. As Woody69 getting slowed down by the group 3 there. Is Pato going to compromise on this? He's going to have a look up the inside. Isn't quite able to make it stick on Woody with the absolutely incredible defensive moves from the man, the myth, the legend, Woody69 from ZFS. So yeah, next week, Monday, 8 PM, all on Black Flag Racing TV, I'm commentating ZFS World Series. Absolutely incredible small league. Tune in if you're free. Andy will also be doing Lobby 1, I'll be doing Lobby 2. I think there's a Lobby 3 this season. There's only 2 commentators, but ZFS, the racing's that good, I think I might commentate race replays for Lobby 3, just because it is round the outside from Pato into the centre SS. Is he able to make it stick on Woolly? No, he's not. He slows down a bit too much to avoid contact, and that allows Woolly to swoop in. Some very nice little wheel-to-wheel action that we've got here between the two LMP1s and then the GT3s back. That is Fast Portuguese versus Slidey McSlidey Pants. But I've been watching a lot of the Group 3s this race, and not so much the Group 1s. So we're going to watch this battle instead. As Pato is... sorry. Pato is surely going to come into the pits eventually. Really, as, yeah, that's confirmation in the chat. Hasselt has retired the car. It's been having some issues. Managed 50%, well, not 50%. Managed 50 minutes before retiring. Not the greatest, but I get it. I did it in alphas yesterday. It's just, you get to the point where, the thing with me, if I crash once, why am I looking at the lead? There's a battle going on. So he has edged out Pato. About a 1.1 second gap. Let's have a look at the Group 3s. Portuguese versus Ritter. Ritter has got ahead. Both of these looking like they could make that fuel load last to the end of the race. Kayla is 6. Is that 6? That is a 6. I should probably... Well, I can't get my eyes tested yet because I did it in February. I think I might just be blind. I need to stop the glasses. So, your GT3 so far. Classy Motorsports in P1, Kayla in P2. Ridders in the final podium spot, but Portuguese is very close behind Ridders, looking to take that podium spot off his hand. Arcanite's 9 seconds behind, and then Hasselt with the early retirement. It's Maligator, I've just noticed, last lap, 1:19.994.
into the 119s. Absolutely incredible performance from Alligator as Roberts comes in for his final pit stop. Alligator again, he seems to have done the undercut, but he stopped a lot earlier than he did the last time. So this might have more effect. So, where is Roberts going to come out? He is, well, he's fueled a lot less, because he doesn't need as much. He's stopped less in the pits. But with the pace that Alligator is setting, 19.994 followed by a 20.1. That is incredible pace from the Brit. And that gap is 7.8 seconds. So he'd have to pull pretty much a tenth and a bit a lap to catch Robert, which Robert is you can't really find that from this bloke. So it's looking safe to say that Robert is going to be P1 by the end of this. Unless something drastic happens, like a spin or a crash. Anything could happen. This is Gran Turismo 7, after all. In round 3 of SIMSA. Lobby 2. We'll probably... don't mind my words on this. We will probably end up... as there's Kayla coming into the pits, not quite enough fuel to make it to the end. We'll probably end up doing a race replay stream for Lobby 1. I know Andy has covered for me a lot this week, so I will probably end up volunteering to do it, just paying back. What he's done, just so everything can get broadcasted, because racing like this, if this is Lobby 2, this is what it's meant to be like. I don't really want to say lesser, but this is Division 2, and then you've got Division 1. And if Division 2 is this good, God knows what Division 1 was like. It deserves to be broadcasted. As there goes Pato with lapping Portuguese. He's passed cleanly, very nice to see. Yeah, it's well annoying when you have technical issues and like real life problems, which is where like leagues that deserve to be broadcasted just sometimes things get in the way and you're not able to do it, and but they deserve that publicity. Tangents. Alright, 5 minutes to go until the checkered flag. It's been an absolutely incredible 55 minutes so far around the wonderful I haven't got any nicknames for this track. Like, you know, you got like Templar Speed for Monza or whatever. So this is such a good track. I want to call it a nickname, but I don't know if I've got one for it. Are there any of these guys close together? No, it's have a Butchers up front. Like that is coming down. The Alligator does seem to be gaining on Roberts. Not enough. And there we go, commentator's curse. I say that off yellow flag. Something's occurred up front. That is Classy Motorsport, the leader for the Group 3 class, going off. Going on to the back straight. Let's have a Butcher's at that. So going into the final corner, braking at the 50 board, and it's a bump from behind that's caused it from a Group 1 coming to overtake, and that's caused Classy Motorsport to go off.
Let's have a look at, I believe that was Justin. Yes, it was. So here's Justin coming to a bit late on the brakes and ends up punting Classy off. He was going to lap him, so I don't know the rules about redressing position because there wasn't a position to redress. But that was that is going to be absolutely. Where's the button? So take that off. There we go. That is going to be massive because Group 3 leader, he's 13 seconds ahead of Ridders, but he's got quite heavy damage, which is going to make the car a lot harder to control. He does seem to be on wheel, just having a butch at how like the car's moving, because you can always tell whenever a driver's on controller or wheel. I mean, Andy was on that in the Lobby 1 stream, but a controller player, they're a lot more like rigid with the movement because you've got less range of motion than a wheel where you can be a lot more fluid. And because I've played controller and wheel, damage is definitely a lot more noticeable on controller because you'll feel like the car drifting off to one side, whereas on wheel it just sort of like you don't feel the effect as much. But 13.4 seconds between Classy and Ridders. He's incredible. He has Justin got any damage from that? Justin has not. Classy has from when he hit the barrier, but not from when at the back. From when Justin went back. At least it wasn't any engine damage. He will be able to hold on to the lead. Yeah, 13 seconds. He's got this lap and one more. Because you got 1.5 seconds to the checkered flag. So this is going to be the penultimate lap for most drivers, except Roberts. This will be his penultimate now. So will Maligator's going to get another lap after this one. Well, it'll be a bit of a push. Stay on board with Maligator because he might get another lap. It'll be a bit of a push because it's like 122, 121 timer when he went over the line. So Justin needs to know where to look. Yeah, that was just some unacceptable moment from Justin there going into the back of Classic Motorsport. Stewards will have a look at that. I'm not a steward, so I'm not allowed to say on it. We'll end it there. So 30 seconds to the checkered flag, and there's Arcanite Prime, which will slow down Maligator, who's going to be looking to get another lap in. 20 seconds he's got to get to the finish line for another lap, but he goes a bit wide there. I don't think he's going to make it. It's going to be close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The line is there. Shortest possible route. And the checkered flag has fallen and he's just fell behind. Isn't able to get another lap. So yeah. Roberts can basically do whatever he wants here as he is, just going absolutely mental. P1, and it's got this 44th lap to just school the entire grid. Maligator P2, Wooly P3, Justin P4, Pato P5, that's your LMP1s, and then your GT3 cars. Classy Motorsport's going to come home to take the GT3 class victory. 38 laps compared to 34 from the LMP1, so that just shows the speed difference. Ridders will take P2, well P7 on track, but P2 in class for the GT3 drivers. The final Dan Verstappen Roberts, led every single lap, incredible. Portuguese rounds out the GT3 podium, followed by Kayla's going to come home to take the check flag into Arcanite Prime already has, and then Hibbert with the retirement
Can't remember what lap it was, but it was around the 50-minute mark. So this is it's been an absolute incredible pleasure to commentate this for everyone. We'll look at the final standings. Get all this sorted. Not gonna be able to see difference. Yeah, that was very close between Maligator and Roberts, but just from where that checkered flag fell, Roberts was able to get the extra lap, so it looks like he's lapped the entire grid, but he's not really. So, P1, D Roberts 05, P2, RRT, Maligator, P3, Rudy 69. That is your podium for the 1 hour of Interlagos for SIMSA Lobby 2. P4 was RRT Justin Gant, P5 Pato COR01. I cannot read. Those are your LMP1 drivers for the GT3 class, P6 on track, P1 for class, the classy motorsport, followed by D Ridders 88, Fast Portuguese, GIA Kayla, Arcanite Prime, and then Set with the DNF. So that's all from me for tonight. I look forward to carrying on with this series. That should have been the last 2 that I missed. I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to make sure that I can commentate for the rest of these races. It's nice to have all two lobbies up. All of us streaming, depending on how the numbers are. I might dual com with Andy if we only get 1 lobby. That's all from me. Tomorrow I've got ZFS at 8 PM. If you want to tune into that on Black Flag E-Racing. If you're gonna miss my commentary, for this league, it's gonna be back next week. I got all the overlays set up, bar the calendar, which is a bit of a burn for me because I was planning on going over the next round around here, but I can't because I've not got the calendar up. So I'm just getting the stream here, play the outro. It's been an absolute pleasure to commentate over this, and I'll see you all next week. Ta-da!